Hi, my name is Lynn Cote. I'm the coordinator of the program that helps the elderly and those with physical disability. Today, I'm proud to present to you a video about preventing falls at home. I would like to begin by reminding you that le Centre de santé et de services sociaux de Memphremagog exists to improve the health and well-being of our population. As well, one of our goals is to help the elderly stay in their homes for as long as possible. We also have a fall prevention program which is presented in this video. I would like to encourage you to put into practice the actions recommended in this video in order for you to avoid falls and stay healthy and safe. Thank you for working together with us to achieve these goals. Your contribution is essential. And please remember, you can make a difference. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mélanie Galland. I'm a therapist in physical rehabilitation at the C3S Memphremagog, and I'm working with elderly people for the fall prevention program. Today we're at Mrs. Gauvreau's house. Thank you a lot, Mrs. Gauvreau. And we'll show you some tricks and advices to stay at home as long as possible to prevent your fall. Most of your fall occur when you're at home, so it's very, very important to make sure your house is safe enough for you. So first, let's talk about lighting. You know, in your house, sometimes at night, it's a little bit dark. So it's very important to make sure you can see everything in your room. So turn on the lights, as simple as that. Also, if you have to wear glasses, wear them all the time, even if you get up at night. Otherwise, you might trip on something. So let's talk about space. It's very important to have enough space to move around in your house. So if you have, let's say, a small coffee table or thing like that, just make sure you can move around it easily. So now let's talk about carpets. Carpets, you can trip on them. So it's very important, if you don't want to take them off, to glue them on the floor or at least buy some that are resistant slip. And if you have rugs all over the place, just make sure you lift up your feet when you walk. That way you won't trip on that. Most of the time, when people fall, it's in their bathroom. So if you need any equipment, you can call the CLSC at 819-843-2572 and ask for Accueil Santé. They can provide you with equipment like bars, grab bars, or bath chair, or high-seat toilet if you need it. Now about your kitchen. Most of the time there's some cupboards that are too high for you to reach. Try not to put stuff on them. If you do, don't climb on a chair to grab them. You can use a step stool. Just make sure the steps are wide enough to put your old feet on it. So it's also very important to take care of your feet. If your feet are injured, if you feel pain, or if they're numb, then it might be dangerous for your balance and you might fall. If you need a list of professionals that can take care of your feet for you, just call the CLSC and they will provide you a list. In order to keep your feet healthy, you have to have good shoes in your feet. Though first, a good shoes, what is it? It's a shoe that is a heel wide enough to have a good contact with the ground. Also, be sure it's resistant slip. That way you won't slip on your floor even if it's wet. Also, make sure your shoe supports your ankles right. That way you won't twist your ankle when you walk. You might need some accessories to walk, like a walker or a cane. Just be sure it's at the good height for you. How do you do it? First you stand up, you put your hands right beside you. You just have to make sure that your cane reaches your wrists. It's also very important to make sure you don't do your thing too fast, because sometimes when you go too fast, you might feel dizzy. For example, when you get up in the morning, just make sure you sit down on the edge of your bed for 5 seconds before getting up. Then you can stand up, wait 5 seconds again, then you can start to walk. It's exactly the same thing when you turn around. Make sure you don't turn around too fast. That way you won't get dizzy. All those tricks are very useful, but you have to stay in good shape in order not to fall. So you have to do at least 3 times a week some exercise. The easiest one, just walk around. It doesn't cost anything and you can do it every single day. I have two simple exercises for you. The first one is called a squat. So you have to stand up in front of a chair. Make sure there's a table in front of you so you can hold to something if you need to. You just have to pretend you're sitting down. Up and down. That's all it is. The other one, you have to stand up again. This time you can touch the table if you need to. All you have to do is go at the tip of your toes and then back on the floor. Also, you have to make sure you change your way of doing things if you don't want to fall. For example, try not to walk around with a lot of things in your hands. For example, if you go to the grocery, just take one bag at a time. Yes, it's more walking, but that's exactly what we want. Finally, make sure to do your annual checkup with your doctor. Also, make sure to check your medication with your pharmacist, because sometimes if you take more than 3 medications a day, it can influence your balance. At the C3S Memphremagog, we also offers a fall prevention program. To participate, you have to be 65 years old or older and to have fallen during the year. First, there will be an evaluation at your house, and then it will be a 12-week session of exercise. If you don't have your own transport, we can provide it for you. If you want more information, you can call at the C3S Memphremagog at 819-843-2572 and ask for Accueil Santé. So I gave you a lot of tricks and advices, and now I want to ask Mrs. Govreau what those advices change in your life.
That's helped me a lot, because that's helped me to keep my balance. All those exercises also reinforce my muscle. That helped me to walk a bit. And I think if I will not have that, I will not be as I am today. Those exercises will help me to stay at home as long as possible.
Well, thanks a lot, Mrs. Govreau.